Mark is starting to work on a chicken coop that will be attached to our shed right off of our lean-to. We're looking to build a feeder that is filled just once every couple of months and automatically feeds the chicken. So watch his design, it's pretty good. Growing up, me and Mark were not raised around animals at all. In fact, both of our parents and grandparents did a lot more gardening in their lifetime. So getting animals was not something that we were both raised with or too familiar until we got into our older years. When me and Mark were younger, we got into the workforce fairly young. I was 14 when I started washing dishes at a diner, and Mark was 16 and he worked at a tire shop, changing out tires and helping his dad. We both remember when minimum wage was $4.25. Isn't that crazy? Hard to imagine that anybody can make a living off of that little money anymore these days. Getting chickens was something that we both wanted for our children. Number one reason was we wanted the fresh eggs, the dark yellow yolk, gathering the eggs every morning. There was something very romantic about that for us. We love the organic and the natural aspect of that, and having the kids go out and pick the eggs, and we just really love that whole idea. Number two, we also wanted to teach the children some responsibility, having them understand that there is life out there that also depend on them to live, meaning that we always wanted them to check on the water, make sure the water was filled, the chicken feed was full, and that the chickens are in their coop and being taken care of. We let our chickens be more free range and let them roam a little bit more and forage for their own food. And that helped during the summer and the spring and fall, but not so much during the winter time. And we came across different types of issues, such as they would cross the road. Why did the chicken cross the road? Of course, to get to our neighbor's yard and then go lay eggs in their windowsill. So it was a constant battle trying to find them. And I'm pretty excited about it because I'm learning more and more about the different types of breeds and the kind of chickens that I want to have in my flock for when we move up to Idaho and have some good sturdy chickens. Couple of breeds that I have is Barred Rock, and they're pretty common chickens. They're black and white, they're speckled, and they're really cold hardy. They lay brown eggs, and we have in different various stages. I have a few hens, and then I have a few teenagers, and they're great chicken. They're really attractive, and I'm hoping to have the ones that we incubated and hatched. I'm hoping to have a rooster out of that one and keep a hen and a rooster so I could make more and sell my hens or my babies down the road. The next breed I have is Brahmas, and those are really pretty as well. They have kind of a brown belly, but the rest of their bodies could be either black or brown or gray. Also really cold hardy, lay brown eggs, really good chicken. The only thing that I would probably say is they're just a little bit loud. They kind of are quite noisy in the morning when they're about to lay eggs, and quite boisterous when they got an egg coming. So they're pretty noisy. But other than that, beautiful chicken, really beautiful. I have some Bovin Browns, and those are great. Also a very common chicken. And then I have Sapphire Gem, and these ones I'm kind of excited about because I only have 3, but I believe I have a rooster in there, and they're the teenager stage right now, so you can't really tell if one's a hen or one's a rooster, but I feel like I have one rooster in there, and I hope I do. So, and then I have Rhode Island Reds. I have about 4 of those, and Golden Sex Link. That's a very common one as well. And I have some Polish Silkies with a Brahma cross that I just barely hatched. I have about 3 of them. And then I have the one that I'm very excited about is the Easter Egger. And they're called Americanas. And right now they're in the teenage stage, which they kind of look like a hawk, the way their feathers are. And they're beautiful birds. And I'm also hoping to have a rooster in there so I could have a pair and have those probably a reoccurrent chicken in my flock. My plan is to keep them and see which ones I like the most and breed them to where I have a variety of chickens that I can sell throughout the year that pays for the feed, and that also help supplement some of the feed. When we move out to the property next year, I'm hoping to have a lot more chickens than I do now, and have those as a reoccurring thing where I could meet people and give them some chickens or sell some chickens, whichever. This year, when we first started, we had I sold 3 hens, just putting it on the classifieds for between $22 to $25. And I was able to sell those hens within a couple of days, and it was awesome. And that helped pay for the feed for a month. It's like $60, and that helped with quite a bit of feed. And then when some of my hatchlings hatched, I was able to sell 5 of my chicks and make a little money there too. And I had someone reach out that wanted some fertilized eggs, and I was able to make a little money off of that as well. There was a month where I made a little over $100, which again, that just supplements the feed and the chickens, and it makes it like a fun activity outside of my job and for the kids, and I get to network and make friends that way too. So it is quite a fun process for me, and I've really, really enjoyed having chickens back in my life. Well, here's the finished chicken coop. So take a look, we have a little window and we have both of this is the nesting box where you can get eggs. Oh, there's a couple of eggs in there. I'll grab those in just a little bit. And then here is where the best part